right, Michelle, it's so great for you to join me today. I really appreciate it. Maybe we can kick things off by just sharing with listeners your role at Phillips Exeter Academy and what makes the school unique amongst its peers.
Sure. So my name is Michelle Curtin. I am Director of Alumni Relations at Phillips Exeter Academy. I think one of the things that makes Exeter so unique is it's first of all, it's one of the oldest independent schools in the United States. It has a deep-seated tradition, but I think one of the aspects of an Exeter education that makes us unique is the Harkness pedagogy, which focuses on student interaction for learning rather than the traditional teacher-led instruction. Our core values of uniting goodness and knowledge, non-civi, which means not for oneself, and a focus on educating youth from every quarter also make the Exeter experience unique amongst our peers.
Maybe you could share just a little bit about the specific challenges you were facing and that Exeter was facing around alumni engagement, such that you engaged in a partnership with PEG and conducted an alumni attitude study.
So Phillips Exeter Academy had not undergone a comprehensive alumni survey in more than 20 years. We were doing a lot of our engagement and philanthropy work based on assumptions and using those assumptions to form strategies, both around alumni engagement and also around our fundraising. We really wanted to understand from our alumni directly what their perspectives and their attitudes were towards the school and build our strategies for both alumni engagement and fundraising around that data. And PEG helped us to not only design.
Just a pop-up follow-up question. Did anything surprise you about the whole, the survey, the results, or any portion of the project? And if there were no surprises, that's cool too.
While I think the survey, the results that we got back didn't necessarily surprise us. What was great was that they confirmed a lot of the work that we were doing and validated sort of some of our assumptions that we had made in building our engagement strategies. We certainly learned some areas in which we could tweak our engagement strategy to more directly fit what our alumni were looking for. For instance, we learned that messages from the principal are really important to our older demographic and potentially less so to our younger population. And our younger population is really looking for networking opportunities more so than our older population. And so being able to tailor our engagement efforts to be able to meet the needs of our older demographic, but also pay attention to our most recent grads in how they want to connect with each other and how they want to connect with the school itself.
Awesome. That was great. Thank you for that. Could you share how conducting the survey sparked a broader conversation about alumni at Exeter?
Can I just ask, sorry, I just want to ask you a question about alumni. So
yeah,
do you mean like internally? How were we talking about alums? Or do you mean
I think
externally as it relates like among alumni?
Well, I mean both, but when I was writing the question, I guess I was speaking more about internally, right? How it may have broadened the conversation, it maybe included more people, maybe elevated the conversation as part of the project, and hope maybe that has sustained. But perhaps, the conversation about alumni has actually broadened externally as well, with more volunteers emphasizing its importance, more engaged individuals sort of thinking about it as a moment where there's elevated alumni engagement and its importance. Yeah, you could take it either direction or both directions, I suppose.
Okay. So in working with PEG and connecting the Alumni Attitude Study, we engaged some of our top level volunteers in the actual discussion around building the survey tool. We involved trustees and we involved, again, some of our key volunteer leaders. We held brainstorming sessions to help discover what types of questions we should be asking. And we really appreciated PEG's flexibility on tailoring the survey to something that would really resonate with our alumni. And so using specific Exeter language, for example, or specific aspects of an Exeter experience that may be unique, and sort of asking questions specifically around those. So it felt like a true conversation with the Academy and not just a canned survey. I think that was really important and resonated with our alumni who participated in the survey. I think in terms of the overall conversation internally amongst our team, it broadened our horizons and thinking about the ways in which we engage and build strategies with our alums. It also helped us to think more broadly about the fundraising and to treat different segments of our population differently, maybe to tailor our appeals for certain generations or for certain segments of our population differently than we would for others. And certainly when we're communicating with our alumni constituents, to think about who we're communicating with and how that message is received, even if it's the same message, just sort of tailoring it a little bit differently so that it resonates more with that demographic.
Wonderful. That was perfect. Maybe, and just a final question, Michelle, is maybe share a little bit about your experience working with Ali, Rob, and the rest of the team at PEG.
Sure. We truly enjoyed our relationship with PEG. Rob and Ali were fantastic to work with. They were extremely responsive. Whenever we had a question, we got, a communication back very quickly afterwards. They were willing to jump on a call or a video call with us at any time just to talk through things. They were flexible on tailoring the survey to fit our needs and really helped guide us through this process. Again, we hadn't gone through a comprehensive survey in more than 20 years. And so we were really starting from scratch when it came to benchmarking and the types of questions we wanted to ask, and found that the partnership with PEG was incredibly supportive and helpful along the way.